Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to No Flips, Just Figs. One of my first videos. First thing that I wanted to review was New Japan Super 7 Series 2. Took about 2 years to get these bad boys, so definitely anxious to crack open the box, find out what's inside. Now, of course, we have Tetsu Naito first. Uh, of course, it comes with a Super 7's beautiful cardboard box to protect your figures and its packaging. So let's open them up. And then, of course, you have the New Japan plastic, an additional protective layer for your figure. Try not to totally destroy this. Here's a beautiful slip. This cover protecting your figure. Here we have the back. Looks like mine already has a little scuff there. Tetsuya Naito. Great figure. Looks great. Of course, Super 7 always with their beautiful packaging. Comes with an additional head, additional hands, lots of hands, and that Intercontinental belt, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so then we gotta get this off, this little sticker. All right, so now that we have that off, all right, so now let's take a look at the figure itself. Let's take this bad boy out. And here is Mr. Tetsuya Naito. Beautiful looking figure. Just really, really nice. Comes with this head. Now, the belt, I must say, I'm not completely sold on these belts. I think there's still, improvements that can be made, with this championship belt, for instance. I don't see, I would like to see some more shine on it, just a shinier looking belt. I think that would have been just perfect. But here it is, has the same kind of, clip-ons as, other, figures such as Mattel. And then, of course, Tetsuya Naito. Like I said, this one has the head scan with a cap. These are a little bit tricky to get out. There it is. So you see the Tetsuya Naito. Good looking scan. I would say these are probably quite an improvement from Series 1. Of course, still some room for improvement, but great looking hands. You got the opposing fist. This is all really cool. And of course, the little hook back here. You don't want any shoplifting. Of course, these are not at retail stores, so not sure why we need this. Now, something also down here, you see another t-shirt for him. So we have this shirt for him down here, Los Ingobernables de Japón. Beautiful accessory. And of course, we have all this fist right here. We'll put this to the side. And here he is, you know, the man of the hour with his belt. I think he poses really well with the figure. Here we have his head scan. So, you know, here we have, like I said, we have the belt. We have the head scan. And then here's, now these, you know, typically when they come out of the package, they're pretty stiff, you know, but this is the articulation that they have, of course. They do not have the double jointed knee. You know, that's something that Brian Flynn has already talked about many times from Super 7, you know, explaining why he doesn't necessarily want the double joints, you know, which is fine. I mean, I myself don't have any kind of issue with it, but look at this beauty right here. Beautiful real zipper. And then just look at another belt here, the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Now this will be a little bit of a pain to take off, I can already tell. So you're gonna have to take the fists off so you can remove the jacket, which I'm not a big fan of because, you know, I don't want there to be at some point some real wear and tear on those hands, you know, as you pull and push back in. So here's Tranquilo, Los Ingobernables. Just beautiful stitching. Great work. And then, of course, here he is with this belt. Now, one of the problems I had with the previous belts were that they would stick. And yeah, this one's kind of sticking. So you got to be careful. I think Brian Myers for a major podcast also had the same problem where his belt just totally got torn off. You know, when he was pulling this off. Shout out to Brian and Matt. So check this out right here. Like I said, uh, you know, I wish they were a little bit shinier. You know, this just doesn't quite do the belt justice. But here's the other shirt. Beautiful shirt again. And again, it does not have the Velcro in the back like your Mattels or your AEW Jazz wears. You know, and Brian Flynn has already again explained several times on different podcasts why he doesn't believe in those type of designs. You know, he wants the shirts to look as realistic as possible. So here right now, you know, I'm having a little bit of a hard time pulling the head off, and I really don't want to pull too hard because I don't want to damage it. So what I'm gonna do, and I'll be back in a little bit, is just, you know, heat up the figure. You know, you can use a hair dryer, you can use, you know, a heat gun. Just please don't boil your figures. I've seen people boiling their action figures. That's never good. You know, friends don't let friends boil their action figures. So I'm gonna go heat this up a little bit, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. I have already heated up Mr. Tetsuya Naito. And, you know, here he is in all his glory without his shirts on. You know, so, like I said, you know, single jointed elbow, not double jointed, not your Mattel kind of elite figure or Jazz wears. You know, and these look great. You know, you want to make sure with the head, though, when you pop it back in after removing it, that you push it all the way in gently and careful. Of course, you don't want to damage it, but you want to push it in. That way it sits right. Because if you just pop it in, the neck will have, you know, have that giraffe neck look like kind of thing. So if you just make sure you pop it all the way down gently, of course, you'll see that it fits nicely. You know, it sits on his shoulders quite nicely. You know, so here we have, you know, his wrist tape. It's beautiful. It's molded on. Same over here. His gear. Check out his trunks. I mean, the aesthetics are much better, you know, than with Series 1. Series 1, there was a lot of QC issues, quality control, a lot of paint splatter, uh, a lot of paint dripping. But these figures, at least this one so far, I think Series 2 is by far head and shoulders above Series 1. Just looking at the skin tone also, if you kind of comparing him to, let's say, Series 1 Okada, you can tell the skin tone was also different. They're just much lighter. Uh, not so heavy-handed as with Series 1. So this Tetsuya Naito definitely a huge improvement over Series 1. So Brian Flynn, definitely congratulations on Series 1. Tetsuya Naito, beautiful figure. Love the figure. Worth every penny. So if you're on the fence, if you kind of were disappointed with Super 7 New Japan Series 1, New Japan Super 7 Series 2 definitely makes up for it. And, who knows? Maybe I'll have Brian Flynn on this channel, one of these days. And, we'll see where Series 3 stands and the future of the New Japan series. But for right now, Tetsu Naito, beautiful, beautiful figure, beautiful articulation, beautiful paint deco, just wonderful. Just beautiful. And if you're wondering about the ring, you can purchase this on eBay. Try to add the link to this video later, but it's a beautiful custom New Japan ring as well, which will definitely, look great and go great with all your New Japan Super 7 figures and really any other wrestling figures you can see here on the side. Some of my other guys just here for the review. All right, guys. So beautiful figure, beautiful soft goods. Can't say enough about it. Great figure. Brian Flynn, Super 7, thank you for such a great figure.